to today's Catholic Focus News Bulletin. I am Susan Bulemi, and with me on the Sign Language Interpretation Desk is Ken Mwangi. Education stakeholders are being urged to collaborate to end persistent school unrest, with the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, Right Reverend Joseph Obanyi, saying lasting solutions will not come through blame games. Speaking during Environment Day celebrations in Ikolomani constituency, the Bishop also called on students to focus on their studies and urged government to strengthen environmental protection and enforce accountability in the mining sector.
Speaking during Environmental Day celebration at Musoli Catholic Church in Ikolomani constituency, the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, Joseph Obanyi, said parents, teachers, religious leaders, and the government must collectively take responsibility in nurturing discipline and responsible leaders. The Bishop urged students to remain committed to their studies, noting that education remains the foundation for a successful future.
Our dear students, some of you are here. The best thing you can do in your life is to get education. And anybody who impedes you from getting your education is destroying your future. And therefore, let nothing, let nobody, let no situation derail you from your education.
At the same time, Obanyi called for stronger environmental protection measures, particularly in mining regions where communities continue to face environmental challenges.
We must embrace responsible mining practices, reclaim degraded land, grow trees, protect rivers and wetlands, promote environmental education, and ensure that economic prosperity does not come at the expense of ecological integrity.
The Bishop further called on authorities to ensure mining licenses are only granted to companies that adhere to both national and international environmental standards. He emphasized that economic development should not come to the expense of environmental suitability and the well-being of local communities.
The issuance of the mining license to the mining company must follow all the legal requirements, both constitutional and international. Ile kampuni ambayo inapewa sijui hiyo kandarasi lazima ijulikane ni gani na kama sheria zimefuatwa kulingana na sheria za kimataifa na taifa. 2. The company in question must agree and commit to adhere to all the environmental advisories, considering the scale of the impact it will cause in this area as informed by the information environmental assessment impact. So, lazima hii kampuni iangalie yale masuala yote ambayo yataleta madhara katika uchimbaji wa madini hapa.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, Deborah Bahati.
And away from that, President William Ruto has held a meeting with grassroots leaders from Marsabit County at State House in Nairobi, where discussions focused on development priorities and issues concerning the growth of the region have been discussed. Welcoming the delegation, the president said this marks their first official engagement at the seat of power.
Mimi nimefurahi sana. Mimi wacha nichukue nafasi hii kwa mara ya kwanza niwakaribishe watu wa kutoka kaunti ya Marsabit hapa katika State House. Karibuni sana. Nasema karibuni tena. Najua ya kwamba watu wengi wamenitembelea hapa State House kutoka counties nyingi. Lakini nilisema liwe liwalo, lazima pia watu wa Marsabit wafike hapa State House.
And now we shift our focus to matters concerning education. A standoff is brewing between Murang'a County Government and ECDE teachers over salary increments, with the educators pushing for better pay and improved terms of service. However, the county administration maintains that it has already implemented salary adjustments and enhanced allowances for the teachers. Here's Oliver Odero with the full details.
ECDE teachers in Murang'a County are demanding a salary increase, even as the county government insists it has already adjusted their pay and allowance. County Secretary Dr. Newton Mangi says teachers with bachelor degrees will receive an increment of about 10,000 shillings to align the salaries with CRC recommendations.
Following engagement with the teachers and the representatives, the county has agreed to adjust pay for ECD teachers. Those with the higher certificates will be moved up, and we have made provision for pay increments as discussed. This adjustment will take effect from 1st of July 2026 once the budget is approved. Many teachers have already signed the new contracts and are already on board.
He adds that the county currently employs about 1,700 ECDE teachers on contract, noting that converting them to permanent and pensionable terms will be gradual to avoid what he terms as inequality with other contracted staff.
As a responsible government, we must balance the welfare of our teachers with our duty to all Murang'a residents and the law. We will continue engaging in good faith to find a sustainable solution. We understand the push for full implementation of PNP and the court judgment. However, Murang'a County's wage bill is already at 52% of revenue against the legal limit of 35% under PFM Act. To implement the full judgment, this would mean adding over 300 million Kenya shillings annually. That would force us to cut or drop other critical programs and services, including WUJ feeding program that feeds over 40,000 children daily, healthy services and infrastructure, just to mention a few.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, I'm Oliver Odero.
And now we focus on the western region of Kenya. Plans to operationalize the Webuye airstrip have gained momentum as the Bungoma County government, led by Governor Kenneth Lusaka, intensify consultations with landowners expected to be affected by the project. The development is expected to boost transport and unlock new economic opportunities in the region. Nancy Kajuju brings us the full report.
Efforts to revive and operationalize the Webuye airstrip are gathering pace following ongoing discussions between the county government and residents living near the facility. Speaking during a visit to the area, Bungoma Governor Kenneth Lusaka said an airline company has already expressed interest in launching flight services from Webuye once the necessary preparations are completed.
Tutakuwa na surveyors hapa wakuja waangalie, kwa sababu nataka kuweka sasa terminals hapa na kuextend hii runway yetu so that zile ndege, mnakumbuka tulikuwa hapa na watu wa Skyward ambao wako tayari kuja kututengenezea, alafu baadaye tutakuwa na expansion so that eventually tunataka iwe airport. Lakini unajua hata lazima, hata kama ni itaanza kama airstrip, mwishowe maono yetu ni kwamba iwe airport kubwa. Ndio unaona tulikuwa tunataka, tumetembea niangalie mashamba hapa about 30 acres which we can add on so that we have an airport. But before we have an airport, tunataka ndege zianze kutua hapa ili ziwe stored.
The government said talks with the affected landowners are ongoing as the county government seeks to reach an agreement that will be acceptable to all parties while ensuring the project moves forward. Reporting for Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV, I'm Nancy Kajuju.
And that report right there from Nancy Kajuju brings us to the end of today's Catholic Focus News Bulletin. But also just to let you know, our dear viewer, that today a requiem mass was held for the 16 students from Utumishi Girls High School who lost their lives from the dormitory fire that happened earlier this month. And the requiem mass has taken place at Gilgil Stadium, and among the leaders that were attended were the First Lady Rachel Ruto, Julius Ogamba, who is the CS for Education, Susan Kihika, Governor for Nakuru County, and Edwin Sifuna, alongside other national and county leaders. And we do pray for the souls of these wonderful poor children who lost their lives. We do pray for their souls, and we do pray that they rest in eternal peace. Well, I am Susan Bulemi, and our sign language interpreter has been Ken Mwangi. Until next time, stay safe, be blessed, and remember to always keep it Capuchin TV.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel.